Grand Rising YouTube, Grand Rising, good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I'm back in again to channel the messages that's sent to me, through me, and for me to share. Not every message that comes through is going to be a message for everyone, but there's definitely a message here for someone. They're just needing to take the messages that resonates and to leave the rest. This message is more so of a channeled message. I don't feel like I'm going to pull any cards in this message, so it's going to be separate from the tarot that I pull. I'm just going to read the notes that I've written. I've been writing since yesterday. I haven't been inside, I've been outside in this energy of the pause. In this energy of looking out and up. From this energy of the void. But that's past energy. This is giving me the energy, a vision into, going back to this card, a vision into within the mind, because we have the ability to be within the pause, within the reality. Poor choice of words, but within the fantasy, you know, within that next dimension of what could be or what's to be. I'm channeling. Past, present, where choices can lead, outcomes of what your inner world can create. No cards, you're the detail of your canvas, of your life. You're the life of your party. Learning who and who not to be in all of time, space and reality. The ability to hear the silence within the noise. Or is it to hear the message within the silence? Essence of the past, scribe and write, past and present, future, scrolls, knowledge, wisdom, next generation. This is not about us. And at the end of the day, bottom line, what's down can't fall or be broken. But to those who still take a big step to break it, God help them. Channeled message. I literally wrote this seconds before pressing record. Going back to this part of the message. 4:56 a.m. The journey of the popular loner, the full energy, the vision of, coming out of the energy of the pause. The emperor, the empress that lost it all is the story of the fool. May have had to start from scratch, or just could just be that new beginning for you. Now in the energy of completion or of continuation of the healing of your inner works. Step outside of the pause. Watch how nature lives. Watch how children play, interact. Of all nations, the innocence of the non-innocents. The innocence, or is it the non-innocence of our next generation of the children? It's written in the book of Revelation. Scrolls, what's lost and now found, or what's lost and hidden is now found. I'm just literally just reading through the notes. I done a longer write-up. This is during the day when I was on rest, because, you know, it's just literally been ongoing. After a telephone call that I had, the rising. But after the telephone call, I well wanted to come in and do the tarot, but I always go where energy flows, especially my energy. So during the conversation, it was quite an interesting conversation. It started off talking about a history of Malcolm X. And no coincidence, yesterday I found out, I didn't know, that Malcolm X's mother was actually born in the Caribbean, the island of Grenada. no coincidence. As to chapter 13:13, I was speaking about Ancestor 37, Hurricane Beryl energy, the clearing away. When I read the article, it spoke of the hurricane that they faced within the island of Carriacou, which is, you know, Grenada and Carriacou is kind of one island, you know. They said that the hurricane they had was like an Armageddon. They've never seen one like it before. You know, so I see the link. But anyway, that conversation went on. It was quite a lengthy conversation. So I had plans for the day. So during that day, I took my notebook out with me because I just knew the energy I was in coming out of this energy. This energy is good energy. Good energy. But it's kind of giving me the energy of the ghost of Christmas past, you know, where you see the past, the present, and the future of our children. I'm going to continue to read what I wrote. But anyway, as I came in, I put on a movie, and I don't even know if I got 5 to 10 minutes into the movie before I fell asleep. It was just one of those days, you know. So anyway, as I was taking notes in regards to that movie, it was giving me the energy of being within a loop, in a limbo. Groundhog Day is the kind of energy. They can't go where and as deep as we and as you can go to solve what your shadow knows. Only repeat a cycle in hopes for you to be triggered out of your mind in and on a new next parallel time. Trust yourself, your higher self, figuring out fragments of different elements of shattered souls from a cluster. Unite, union to unite, not unity. And as I was writing that, I was trying to figure out what am I writing because I was kind of tired, but it came to me, you know. I was listening. Best time for me to listen. So anyway, from union it's the E, to unity is the Y. So I saw this. You can see it on the camera. I saw EY. The only thing missing is the E in order to make that the I, but the I is within you. I am. So anyway, in order to search for the shattered clusters of the souls, talking about different lifetimes, different generations, seeing yourself through the reflection of your children or of the children. Not leaving them to have to figure out too much, you know? Like our generation, generational X. I that them call me curse breaker, land maker, teach me to picnic them for have a skill or a trader, anger. Watch for your temper, do no make no fool put you in no cage, anger. Watch for your temper, today are for them, tomorrow are for you. Show the world you is one of the few, anger. Watch for your temper. That's not written here, but I just literally channeled that part of the song. It's making sense to me now. Generational X, you know, he was talking to us. So anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. What's missing? Attributes, characteristics, traits, shadow. What is the light outside your inner being trying to show you, trying to eliminate to you? Bring that to the light. I feel like many of us figure this out within the void, within the solitude. I'm hearing right now within the bosom of the Most High, just like how the lamb is. The dove brings peace, harmony. What's hidden? Water, emotions. What's noticeable? And at that point, I fell asleep. Okay, so going back to what I wrote coming out of the message yesterday, kind of prior to the phone call. I wrote these in notes, so you have to bear with me. So this is actually coming from, during the phone call, I was kind of doing a doodling. This is a blueprint of an area that I'm concentrating on right now, that I've kind of transformed. So anyway, going back to these notes, it's kind of all over the place. So I'm just going to kind of read it as I've written it here. The last 5 minutes of the previous message may be relevant. That's where I've read this card. I didn't get to read this card because it cut off. I didn't even fully get to read this card because it cut off. Timing, you know? It's all about the timing I'm hearing right now. You may find you go into a self-isolation, 7 stages of grief, cutting away and stepping back and down from people, places and things. 8 of Cups was the energy I was picking up on. But as I was doing the maths, 7 and 8 brings me to 15, which is the devil energy, the toxins, the temptations, the energies of the 6 of Cups, the past, the childhood, the relevance. So yeah, so cutting away and stepping down from people, places and things that want you to fit into a box. But you are who you are within the pause. So I've written here, so within the pause, let's make it, so I wrote a poem here. Yeah, so at this point, so this was prior to going outside, because at this point is why I took my notebook with me, because I knew I was going into an energy, but I knew I had to go and do the works that I already planned. So what did I write here? Let's make this clear. You could never know what another has to bear. Instead, with your power, you look down, play silly games and stare in the eyes of those who have no fear of your glare nor your snare. Too blessed, a part of the meek, the rare. Be mindful of those who find it hard to shed a tear, yet guided to share, vulnerable and rare, still no tear. And then I kind of stopped. Then I came back. Embrace winter, hermit, the void, the dark, the twilight, boundaries. Those who sit in power, not who have power, know the difference. Speak to you within this time of the pause. Notice who and how they speak to you at this time within the pause. Your inner child, hashtag listen to your inner child, listen to your children, who are the new, who are the now. Time's moving in a new direction. Pay attention. I'm connecting with those I feel like who's born within the 1980s to the 90s, going back to that X energy, generational X. Notice how we talk, speak. We don't speak in the same manner as our ancestors. They would be appalled with some of my language. I don't know about yours, but some of my language. Our vocab, quick talking, fast speaking, abbreviations, straight to the point, no long talking, action, hashtag on site. Some of the terminology that the children of this generation use. Some may say it's the wrong analogy, wrong terminology. Teach them. Know when to, noun, act. And when to, proverbs, verb, make judgment, take time talking. There's a time and place for everything, how to conduct oneself. They're only going to learn that through example, that kind of an energy is what I was picking up before I went back, going back to Proverbs. Proverbs is wisdom. So then I kind of had another break. This is when I sat up here and I was kind of looking at these cards. and I was noticing the zodiacs. So I've written here Virgo moon, heart, chakra, because there's a lot of moon energy here. Taurus moon, Aquarius moon, Libra moon. So I was picking up on that subconscious energy. Going back to message 1313, and reading just the cards here. Literally just reading the cards and the energies that I just came out of, the message that's uploaded, and the energy of just being outside and receiving the messages from the rays of the sun. It was potent. The energy of being recharged, you know. First card here is karmic relationships that came through within the starseed deck. Karmic relationships that we interact with on earth in order to create a better earth is the energy I'm picking up on through examples. Who to be and who not to be, you know, kind of energy going back. So karmic relationships trigger on earth. Earth I see as the wrath. Only the Most High has the power to send me, you, to a wrath, perception of the illusions of what they believe. The what you to, they want you to believe, the oppressors. They want you to believe the oppressors is the opposed, to oppose you, believe they have over you. I don't even know if I read that right. This is what happens when I read back over my notes. But anyway, but the Most High God of all, Alpha and Omega, beginning and end, today and tomorrow and forever. 7, that's the card that came out. 7, which is the card of partnership. 7th house, partnership. Card number 31. 7 karmic relationships you may have to or have already completed on earth. Karmic debts paid in full is the kind of energy I was picking up on. Congratulations. You may have been standing in your sun energy, stern, bullish, stubborn. Every situation you've gone through from beginning till present has been around and about spiritual training, spiritual strength, each aligning you to where you are and destined to go. Unless guided by the Most High and willingness, you will keep seeing mirrors which may feel like crossroads, but understand that there is no wrong turn, no wrong path, regardless of what the nitpickers, vipers, media have to say, and those in the seat of power believe, and or what you or want you to believe. You may divert choices, decisions, consequences of your actions. It's something that you will have to face and take action on. Know how to pivot, when to walk, when to observe, and when to move. Move on, ascension is a constant journey. Along the way, we find ways to express our emotions, which have been expressed and or bottled up. Now in the wrong hands, traumatic information can and will be used against you in a hope to belittle you and overall silence you. But when you can appreciate your journey, path, and where you are, all aspects of self, good, bad, and the void, twilight, that which is bottled, twilight, that which is bottled, all 3 sides of me, of you, mistaken identity, going back to one of my poetries, the use of hidden sketches, scrolls, which was released at the bottom of the sea, land of the lost and found, Ascension Island, the use of their power to enter into your Seraphim Gate is the card that came through yesterday. So they would oppose you. They will try to compress you with your triggers of your past, from the information that you've prematurely spoken out on, and infiltrate in order to gain a piece of your holy grail. That's the holy grail. But this is the holy grail within the mind, but within the pause. And voice activate. But pay attention to not what's being said, but what's not being said. The true test of your I am is hidden sensitively. The ascension is to rise past your fears. It's to rise past your fears, past the bullies in the schools, the churches, the communities, the homes, the peers, is and will be of the past, where wisdom, knowledge has and will be gained, endured, achieved. Time to go, time to apply in all areas of life, not living in a stalemate, in a stool is what I was gonna say, in a stalemate energy, falsehood, hashtag childhood traumas that managed to slip through, only to grow you, but using mental triggers, memory being a source, remembrance, 11/11 Remembrance Day, the entrance. But what happens when the old test is no longer a part of the new test? I was picking up on the energy of the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the present time, which is that new covenant, kind of an energy that we're moving into, that higher consciousness. You are the grail that has been hidden in plain sight. If in plain sight, if you're trying to hide something, asking myself a question now, if you're, and remembering, if you're trying to hide something, I would hide it. I learned along my journey right under their nose, and that's going back to also a Jamaican comedy, right under their nose. As the Most High did with the meek, in the later days they will and shall know him, who I am, who speaks to him. It's a scripture from the Bible. I can't remember which scripture it was from, but I just remember somewhere. So anyway, the voice of the energy, your guides, your inner guidance, the voice of your ancestors who puts emphasis on the energy you're feeling. The stronger the message, the more aware you will be, and the more you will self-reflect, and the more you will know what's needed. Solar plexus, chakra, inner fire, willpower, has all been tested. And if you're hearing this, you've endured and survived. Going back to message part 1. In the energy of self-discovered flower, rare, no other. Time for you now to bloom, to be the change, the pillar of light you once needed. Hashtag water, no water. Where there was once no water, no emotions, no compassion, no sympathy, no empathy. It's only within the moon, the subconscious, where this is hidden. It's time now to shine your light, be the pillar, going back. So this is another area where I was writing now. They were interested in the trauma. They didn't investigate the target. You being the target. We are not the target. We walk by faith, not by sight. So when they think they're targeting us, when they think that they're watching us, they don't understand that we're being protected and watched by a higher power. The Most High, our ancestors, kings of kings. Not by sight or outside noise that miss vital information from your Pandora's box. And I wrote down that word, Pandora's box. They couldn't find the information because you hadn't yet been activated or triggered. You yet hadn't been given the information. It wasn't yet your time. Even if there's been some kind of violation, interception of your creations, your creativities, of your manifestations. Balance of your inner feminine and masculine, yes. Or is it going to my poetry? I wrote a poetry and it's on my channel. So I won't really go into that. But this is just some insight, channeled message in addition to the messages that's already came out. It's that kind of an energy. Right now I'm literally stuck in this energy of the full vision, where to go next, you know, back in the mind of Mercury. It's within that retrograde energy because the fool goes that way, it goes forward, but this energy of the fool is in the retrograde. It's the pause, you know. What do you see within the pause? So let's get a message for, I'm hearing composure. Let's get a message for Virgo Moon. Still same place, Leo Ascendant, Universe. Card number 21, Taurus Moon. It's the energy of paying attention to the messages that you receive from the universe. Base chakras in the reverse. Doing the healing work, you know, releasing the burdens, leaving that in the void, only taking with you what needs to go with you. I'm hearing memories, you know, it's not forgetting about the who of you. It's bringing the best of you from the energy of the void, from your foundation, finding balance from an unbalanced energy, situation, trauma. You know, it's different for all of us. Aquarius Moon, what's the message here for the Aquarius Moon energy? Which is the center of the message, which is the heart of the matter for me. When I see the center of the message and the two cards that came through here, and it's the material, spiritual prosperity and material harvest. Paying attention to the numerology here, there's a turnaround. I'm seeing 69 here. There's a turnaround. For me, it feels like there's a turnaround. Pisces energy. That's the energy of the base chakra. There's a turnaround. Or if you're not feeling that energy, there's a surety, confirmation, clarity that there's going to be a turnaround. The divine's working within your favor. You're in the energy of being grateful, gratitude. Tell me more about the energy here for Leo Ascendants. Cards want to turn over. Oh, well, I didn't come through. Choose wisely. Choose wisely on your path, on your journey. It's bringing me to the energy of your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative, and taking accountability. Where are you going to bring your creativity? Where are you going to bring this knowledge and this wisdom that you've gained in this energy of the void, the hermit energy, the lessons that you learned within the pause? Those rare gifts, you know, that your inner child has kind of brought to the light. Going back to the pillar of light, I'm going to read this card. Like I said, I didn't read it all in the last message. So it says, pillar of light, burning bright, each star below, soul star above. Burn away all that is not light, transform all into unconditional love. Star of Isis, descend your blessing and peace without end. Grace me now with peace and protection. completely embraced by divine perfection. I heard this. Your cry was heard. You know, your cry was heard. Abundance, or sophists. I don't know what this. So anyway, it says abundance in many forms is increasing in flow to you. Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Freely share your talents, love wisdom and self, and enjoy the abundance responsibly flowing to you in many forms over and over again. And then the card that's behind this is direction. It's giving me the compass energy. It's giving me the energy of your inner compass. But not only that, when I came back in yesterday evening, thinking that I was gonna go into a message, I was here. Normally I like to leave the card as it was. It was the moon card in part in the previous message that was at the bottom of the deck. But I was just habit, just sat here, began to shuffle the deck, and it stopped on the Wheel of Fortune. And I had to smile to myself, because that's the direction that you're moving in. You're moving in the energy of your destiny. Whatever this energy that you're coming out of, it may have felt bleak, like a test, like I'm hearing the test of all times, going back to the poem that I wrote, The Great Escape, moving out of the slave mentality, moving out of an energy of captivity, moving into more of an energy of freedom, bearing in mind that healing is continuous. There's always an energy of something trying to, I'm hearing, captivate you, keep you in the energy of the pause. So anyway, let's get another card in regards to this energy. What was the last card? Libra Moon. Trapped in fear and solitude, and I pay attention to where the cards have fallen, and that's the balance, the energy of Libra Moon. I'm guided to read Libra Moon. So the card reads, element air, quality cardinal, kidneys, lower back, social, artistic, curious, fair-minded, trendy, helpful, affectionate. Qualities of a Libra Moon are romantic, social, charming, and adaptable. You are creative and artistic. You love and appreciate beauty in all of its forms, including the arts, music, people, and your environment. You are delighted with the ambience of beautiful things and settings. You are generous and share easily with others. Your energy constantly weighs all sides of any situation in order to achieve balance. You thrive best in partnerships, whether in romance, business, or friendships. Your thoughts are kind and loving. Your uplifting personality invites others to live more joyfully in peace and harmony. That's the destiny. That's the direction that I feel you're moving into, that many of us are moving into. This is giving me an energy here of manifestation, whilst in the energy of what was lost. The island of ascension, the intention of. But what you did is you turned it around with this 69 energy. You turned it around. You eliminated something. There's no longer this energy. You eliminated something, or you added something more to you. More insight, more knowledge, more wisdom, more experience. Now that book you once had, it's become your Bible. Going back to a message I did around 4 years ago, and I shared a script from my Bible. But bear in mind, those who I mentioned in regards to motivation, I wasn't wrong in regards to was a motivation, a trigger. but there was an illusion. Going back to me saying where you have to be mindful of your 5-star, because there's a reflection in all areas. There's 3 energies to this. So if you have a 5-star that's here to uplift you, motivate you, inspire you, there's also a 5-star energy that's gonna do the opposite, let's just say. So that's where discernment is needed within this journey, within this direction, within this energy of the void. But I feel I'm picking up the energy of, you saw what it is that you needed to see. You maybe not have seen it all the time. You may have had your head down, focused on other areas of life. I'm hearing paying attention to the energy that you was receiving or have been receiving, paying attention to your visions and where it is you want to go. But I'm picking up the energy of something just keep on nudging you, you know? Right now I'm hearing this as if something's rocking or against the bars. Like something is trying to torment and irritate you. But you just write it down and put it in a book. You release. And within that energy of releasing the energies of the foundation, you turned it around. And now you're manifesting, you're in the energy of material harvest. Whatever it is that you reap within the void is you're about to harvest. Material and spiritual prosperity. Let's get another card in regards to the energy here of Libra Moon. Can't make it up. Prosperity begins. Foundation, can't make it up, and achievements. I'm hearing a song. I'm hearing put your head down, and then I'm hearing put your back into it. Put your back into it. Bottom of the deck. Emotional withdrawal. You've gone through it. Card number 8. You've gone through it. It's in the reverse because you've released it. You've released whatever this is that you need to let go and release. You released it. And I'm hearing in silence, within solitude. Whatever your prayer, your cry was, you was heard. This whole journey experience up until this point, however that may resonate for you, because it's all going to be different for us all. It was all part of overall energy came through in the first part of the message. A soul healing experience. Card number 35, we break it down to the 8. There's around 3 8s on this board. There's 8 at the bottom of the deck. You're releasing some kind of generational chain, breaking generational patterns, releasing yourself from those generational chains. Another card of 8. So there's the 888 energy. Now we're just on the 88. This no longer exists. Where there was once no hope, there's now prosperity, achievements, foundations, material and spiritual prosperity. There's so much abundance on this table. I don't even know where to what energy to go to next in order to pull. It's giving me that kind of a feeling. Let's pull one more card before I end this message. Compulsive feeling, card number 21. We have produced many of our problems through our confused mental states. Your mind is a storyteller, spinning stories of the sight, sound, taste, smell, and texture, feel of the sensory world as you experience them. Let's pull 3 cards. Try and get 3 cards in regards to this message. And again, before the message ends, love and appreciation to all new subscribers, interactions on my channel. It's definitely been helping my channel to grow, you know. 2 channels, 4 years. Slowly but surely. But from the very beginning, the Most High channeled to me. It was going to be slow moving. Because I was mainly going to be seen by the few. Not the fewer than, you know, not the many. Do no harm. Card number 32, bring it down to the 5. Do no harm, practice virtue, discipline the mind. These are the teachings of the Buddhas. Think clearly about karmic consequences before taking hasty actions, as aggression can be easily triggered if your heart is not on guard. And I noticed that wanted to come in the release, in the reverse. And that's what it is. I feel like it's being released. This energy, whatever was trying to cause you conflict, whatever was trying to infiltrate, intersect, however, your happiness, your ultimate happiness, your grail, your foundation, your achievements, your harvest, your prosperities, your abundance, your wisdom, your knowledge, your inner standing of your foundation. The healing work that you did, it built a force field around you so strong that evil can't penetrate, wickedness can't penetrate, because you dealt with the fears of your past. There's no way in for low vibration. You've been activated. 9 may be relevant. You could have been activated. You could have been good with your hands, age 9. Let's get one more card. Seeker, card number 28. All conditioned phenomena are impermanent. When one sees with wisdom, then one becomes dispassionate, towards the painful. This is the path of purity. The seeker in you knows the richness of simplicity, sees that it's I can't even speak right now. Can't even speak right now. So the seeker in you seeks the riches of simplicity, sees the extinguished in the ordinary moments, and chooses to dive into the unfathomable. Look, let me just put it to the camera for who. If you want to screenshot this to write it down, because I feel like this is the message. It might not be understood right now. But whatever this is card number 28. There's some kind of ending to this, you know?